Hey, this war is Ukraine's war or Russia's war is a politic from the 1700s. It's a cleansing of essentially they say the cleansing of peasants, just so Catherine the Great could survive. But Russia has killed off the Tsars, essentially saying we don't want this politic to ever resurrect. And years later, and the imperial mindset gets resurrected and essentially cleanses the population through brutal force. And it's not a good thing. It's because look, back then the people didn't have these types of weapons. You're destroying infrastructure and destroying large amounts of people without any sense of reason, except for procuring land. But uh, that that politic is bad. It's well, like people have been through that already and going and repeating that same thing is just creating terror among everybody. And it's just like one of those things that you realize, well, like this happened in the 1700s. This is a mindset from the 1700s. We are better than that now. We have realized past that point that this war is only uh, a repetition for a politic that was killed off a long time ago because of of the cruelty that it has amassed to during that time, and just creating that same cruelty doesn't get you what you want. It gets you it gets terror. It gets doesn't get business or anything like that. It just gets terror. Um, and I'm just hoping that Russia realizes that to procure business and essentially grow um, had nothing to do with this war at all. It was just like a mistake. It's like like uh like historians or whatever just coming together and you know what, we should probably do this, but look, this happened in the 1700s. We killed off the Bolsheviks killed off the imperialists. Why would we repeat an imperial mindset all over again? So that we so that we so that we're terrified? That doesn't make sense. That's the imperialists. The imperialists are just trying to kill off anybody that was against them. That's like a spirit inside you, just trying to cause turmoil because of what happened in the past. And you guys have to realize that, and just know that that spirit from the 1800s and those people too are 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 still alive essentially through this politic because because you created a war that's that that essentially continues a politic from the imperialists. Imperialists were bad. They they amassed a big catastrophe just so they can survive. Um, and we're I mean Russia isn't that anymore. It's I mean now it is, but it shouldn't be that anymore because they went through that. And I mean just imagine like I mean, what I know about the culture of Russia is that they're not they're not peasants, but they're in a good standing with the middle class. Like they have a pretty even middle class, and just know that the imperialist mindset always tries to settle in with that population and and to procure power, and that's not good because the mindset of the imperialists is to cleanse the population from poverty through military means. That's not good. That's evil. Evil. You essentially you go into the military, for example, to become someone, and or because you want to be among the middle class again, or be a high or be in a higher class or something like that. But this war that entails to the imperialists, essentially um, puts all of that at risk. For what? I mean, is Putin an imperialist? I mean, like, is Putin an imperialist? That's bad, man. You become an imperialist. You're gonna have the entire population against you because you started a war like an imperialist czar. That's bad.